It's Hometown Team Week on the Drake campus, and the Bulldogs celebrate by hosting one of their oldest rivals. Bradley enters the Knapp Center with the youngest team in the Missouri Valley and are no strangers to close conference contests. Drake basketball is next on MC 22. Tonight, it's another chapter in the oldest rivalry in the Missouri Valley Conference as the Bradley Braves visit the Drake Bulldogs. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Knapp Center. Larry Morgan, Adam Emenecker with you. Adam, we mentioned a moment ago in our open, the Bulldogs are the oldest team in the conference in terms of average age in the starting lineup. The Braves are the youngest, and that should be an interesting contrast.
Yeah, an interesting contrast, and part of that you see, Larry, in their record. Both these teams, as we've gotten into conference play, a lot of close games. Drake so far 4-1 in the MVC. Bradley, unfortunately, has been on the other end, still trying to figure out how to win 2-4.
But they played some close games, and they really are trying to learn how to finish. Now, we take a look at these two teams, and style-wise, pretty similar.
Yeah, both teams, both coaches want to get up tempo, like to get up in transition offensively. But defense is really the cornerstone. Want the guys to play hard-nosed, play aggressive, and get after the other team.
Spotlight players, sometimes we talk about big guys. This time we're talking about shorter guys. Both are 6'3", but both have huge impacts.
And very different type of players for the Bradley Braves. If we're talking about Terry Roberts, newcomer of the week. We'll get to him in a second. But Garrett Sturtz hit the game winner against SIU. 16 points, 8 rebounds, always lurking in the shadows. How about the leading rebounder on this team? Only 6'3". Garrett Sturtz brings intelligence, toughness, and grittiness to this Drake group.
And Terry Roberts, one of 3 Braves who was not even on the squad last year, but he has made a huge difference.
Well, his ability to dribble, penetrate, and create plays for himself as others. You see, newcomer of the week. He's earned that title 3 times this year. The minute he stepped on campus, he was the guy that makes this Braves offense go. Good size, good strength, capable shooter. His handle and change of pace are going to give the Bulldogs trouble this evening.
When you look at key factors tonight, both coaches talk about offensive rebounding as being significant.
It's big for Bradley because they're tops in the league. Bradley gets a lot of points and even open threes off second chance opportunities. But for Drake, clearing the defensive glass, getting out in transition is what's really going to spur their offense.
Half the games in the Valley this year have been decided in the final possession or in overtime by a 1-possession score. It's just been an incredible start to the Valley season.
It has. I mean, you look at Drake. They've had 2 road games, 60-59 against Evansville and most recently against SIU. And you look at this Bradley Braves ball club, overtime against Loyola. They were just up 14 against Illinois State before they lost. So a lot of variance, but in this league, it continues to be tight, very competitive.
Youth versus experience. The home team maybe has an advantage in this one.
I think one of the difficult things for inexperienced teams to do is come in and win on the road, to make sure to put in a full 40-minute effort. Brian Wardle's team continues to develop. I like the way they're playing. It's a tall task here in the Knapp Center.
So it should be a really good matchup tonight. Almost always is when these two teams square off. Bradley at Drake next on MC 22.
Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it into thin, oversized New York-style slices. I mean, look at that crust. That is the perfect crust thickness no matter how you eat it. So you can fold it or not. But I ain't gonna lie though, I fold it. Get a New York-style pizza from Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
Great razors get borrowed. Right now, get a 6-blade razor set for only $10 in stores and online.
The minute he touches the ball, he is a threat.
Kyrie Irving's in his bag, now what's up?
Steph Curry's the greatest shooter God ever created.
Steph hit a tray, it ain't nothing, that's what's up.
It's Saturday primetime. Nets Warriors on ABC.
Conference square off for the 159th time. Bradley leads the series 90-68. The last 15 matchups, Bradley's won 8, Drake's won 7, and the last 6, they've alternated wins and losses between these two teams. So it's always been a very close rivalry. Let's take a look at the Bradley starting lineup. And Adam, this is a lineup that has only 2 players that were on their squad last year.
Yeah, we talked about Terry Roberts. Rink Most on the far right-hand side leads the league in rebounding, coming off 17 points, 10 rebounds against Illinois State, saving his best basketball for conference play.
Leon, a junior college transfer. Hickman, a true freshman. Deshaun Henry missing from the lineup tonight for Bradley due to a head injury. Meanwhile, the Drake Bulldogs lineup, that's the veteran lineup.
Yeah, and Tucker DeVries, the newbie in that lineup, the freshman, top 100 recruit, really gives this team great floor spacing. Leading scorer on this group as a freshman, continues to get better and better.
And of course, the other 4 all starters a season ago. How about our keys to the game?
For the Bradley Braves, really have to minimize miscues. We mentioned this is a young team. Turnovers can be a big part of the story, especially in their losses and late in games. They have 15 against Illinois State. Need to attack and be physical, but minimize those giveaways and stay smooth. This is a high variance group. It's been a double-digit lead, give and take, in the last 5 Valley games. They have to even out that offensive flow throughout this contest. And for the Drake Bulldogs, we talked about offensive rebounds big for Bradley. Drake has to clear the glass. They're best in transition. Get the ball out ahead, try to get easy buckets and beat the Braves before their defense gets set. And offensive flow. Last couple games, Drake's been bogged down on the offensive side in the half court. Have to keep the ball movement, not let it stick.
Well-respected crew of officials tonight. John Higgins, Kelly Self, and Rick Crawford preparing to start this ball game as we take a look at Brian Wardle in his 7th year at Bradley, 42 years of age, and already his 12th year as a Division head coach. When he got the job at Green Bay at age 30, he was the youngest Division I coach in the country. Darren DeVries on the bench for the Bulldogs. We are set for the opening tap, which is controlled by the Bradley Braves, as Rink Mast, 6'9", 240-pound sophomore, pulls down the tap. Mast is a guy who can go inside and out and presents a tough matchup for teams. Kent from the outside leaves it short off the front of the iron, and the rebound out of bounds, knocked out by Bradley. It'll be Bulldog basketball.
And already you see the concerted look on the offensive glass, trying to get second chance buckets.
Another good look at Brian Wardle, who in his 4th and 5th seasons led the Braves to Missouri Valley Conference championships after taking over a program that had finished last in the conference. Tucker DeVries with the kick for an open DJ Wilkins, and both teams have missed a 3 to get things started tonight.
And decent offense, though, for Drake. Little dribble penetration, kicking out to shooters. That's what Coach Darren DeVries wants to see.
Terry Roberts can do so many things with the basketball. That's one of them right there. So he misfires, and Darnell Brody's there for the rebound.
And don't let that miss confuse you. Terry Roberts about 40% from 3 on the year is another good 3-point shooter. Tucker DeVries taking that one from deep. And Darnell Brody giving the Braves a taste of their own medicine, crashing the offensive glass.
And Mast getting called for the foul. Darren DeVries in his 4th year with already 83 victories, and that's the 6th most wins in Drake history. The fastest to reach that total in Drake, too. He's only coached in 117 ball games. Roman Penn looks to inbound. The Bulldogs playing again tonight without Tank Hemphill. His foot injury keeping him on the sideline for the 3rd game in a row. The post feed comes to Tremel Murphy. The shot clock down to 7. The ball stripped by Terry Roberts.
Yeah, it looked like Terry Roberts got a lot of Roman Penn's wrist. Roman Penn turning to the official, wondering where the call was, but...
Mast dives to the floor trying to get it, but getting there first is Tremel Murphy. Both teams struggling shooting the 3 ball at the outset. Murphy tries to get it to Brody, who shoots from the free throw line, and both teams missing their first several shots, and it's another rebound for Terry Roberts.
And the length very apparent on the defensive end for these Bradley Braves. You got Kent going at 6'7", Mast 6'9".
Penn with a steal. Penn cannot finish. And both teams with a ragged offensive beginning in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy on the offensive side. Credit Terry Roberts, though, really confusing Roman Penn with that defense. Penn expecting contact.
Connor Hickman pulls up, and the true freshman from Bloomington, Indiana, converts for the first basket of the night.
And that's what Hickman's job on the floor is. I mean, he's a guy catch and shoot 38% from 3 on the season. But if you talk to Coach Wardle, really likes his toughness.
The lob comes for DeVries, back to the basket. Works his way into the lane against the shorter Hickman on a mismatch, but can't take advantage of it. So Penn steps outside and drills home a 3.
And that's Roman Penn, much improved as a 3-point shooter. Always seems to knock down the big ones.
His 5th of the year and 15 tries, and at the other end, Roman Penn guilty of a foul.
And when I talk about Terry Roberts, I mean, part of what you like is his ability to change pace, and you saw it there. He comes off the screen, isn't going downhill 100%. Watch this. See how he takes the body contact, takes away the space from Roman Penn, just allowing him to matriculate a little more through the lane. Gets that and-one opportunity.
Garrett Sturtz, a quick entry into the Bulldog lineup. And also there is Aye Okunwale. The shot knocked down by Roberts. Roberts, a very important factor for Bradley, leads them in scoring at 15.8 per game, and the turnover will give the Braves the basketball. They're up by a score of 5-3.
And that's one of the things Terry Roberts can do as well, just a turnover there for Akinwole. And looks like they're trying to figure out where the ball should be taken out of bounds. But Terry Roberts on the defensive side, he's 6'3", he's got long arms, great quickness, good strength. Difficult to go around on the defensive side. Heady play by Roberts, putting pressure on the backup point guard as he comes in the game.
Malabai Leons, who's a good outside shooter, brings the ball to the top of the circle. Here's Hickman. Shot clock inside 8. Leons go to the baseline, cannot score, battle for the rebound. And a foul is going to be called on Leons.
And Leons, just a versatile and athletic wing. We saw him take the jump ball, right? He's got a quick bounce off the floor. He's got long arms and does a good job scoring the basketball. 10.5 points per game. He struggled a little more recently in the last few games. 21 against Maine, 6 rebounds, but has it been a huge get for Brian Wardle.
Starts with 16 baskets in his last 19 tries over a 3-game stretch. Obviously the hottest Bulldog of late. Brody on the handoff. DeVries trying to shake the shorter Hickman. Sturtz working into the paint. With 3 on the shot clock, gets the turnaround hook.
And how about that move? Great patience. Garrett Sturtz getting to his spot, getting to the shot he wanted. So crafty with that jump hook in the lane.
Both teams talking about transition defense, and that time Bulldogs got back quickly against Bradley. Here's Roberts into the lane, wanted somebody to pass to, couldn't find anybody, so he put it up and in.
And I thought maybe Roberts got away with a walk there, an extra step, but good stick-to-itiveness and understanding, getting that thing up on the backboard, the touch to finish.
I do think his first thought was to pass it away. Yep. DJ Wilkins finds DeVries, and the coach's son, the freshman from Waukee, Iowa, nails his 44th 3 of the year, leads the team in that category, and Drake takes the lead at 8-7.
And Brian Wardle turns to his bench, not happy with the defense of Leons, closing out a little too slow for Tucker DeVries, who wants to catch it and shoot.
And Bradley's a team that really plays good defense against 3-point shots. Here's Leons leaving it short, and Sturtz, who leads the Bulldogs in rebounding, grabbing McCarron. He averages 7 rebounds a game at 6'3". Quick pace to this one as Roberts comes up the court quickly. Loses the basketball, but it rolls right to Hickman. Leon sets the screen as Ville Tavanainen comes in, and he is an outstanding 3-point shooter as well. Tavanainen misfires there. Interesting note, when he hits 43% of his threes, the Braves win. When he hits 24%, the Braves lose.
Yeah, and Tavanainen, a guy that can really shoot from distance, can knock down 4 or 5 threes in a game, and his ability to space the floor really helps this Braves offense as we see both these teams bombing away from distance, not hitting them at a high clip.
Terry Roberts, who not only leads the conference in assists are actually his number 2, but he's an excellent distributor, but also an excellent scorer. He just does it all. And that time, his pass creates the basket.
Yeah, Rink Mast knocking that one down. 4 straight games in double figures for Mast and showing his ability to pick and pop, really bringing Brody away from the rim.
Wilkins looks inside for Sturts. Sturts one-on-one against Roberts. Takes him to the paint and scores and gets fouled by Roberts.
And how about Sturts calming the nerves of this Drake Bulldog group, getting 2 opportunities with his post game at 6'3".
Garrett Sturts will be on the line when we return, but he's gone into the paint twice and hit that same shot twice. That time he drew a foul. This ball game tied at 10.
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it into thin, oversized New York-style slices. I mean, look at that crust. That is the perfect crust thickness no matter how you eat it. So you can fold it or not. But I ain't gonna lie though, I fold it. Get a New York-style pizza from Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
If you're always asking, where next? Capital One has a new class of travel card for you. Introducing Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time. You can pick up new skills in our Homeowner 101 workshops. Pick up new power tools with a tap. Pick up the things you need at our convenient lockers. Or even pick them up right from your doorstep. Pick up more of what you need so you can do more of what you love. The Home Depot app.
The Bulldogs getting some lift in the paint from Garrett Sturts.
Yeah, the offense been in a little bit of a slog early, but Garrett Sturts, this is the first one. End of the shot clock, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good footwork, pivoting around, and then almost a replica replay. This one a little closer to the rim. Sturts taking it right at Terry Roberts. Gets the and one opportunity going into the timeout.
So Garrett Sturts will go to the line. Bulldogs make a change. Nate Ferguson has come onto the floor in place of Darnell Brody. Also into the lineup, a shooting guard in Okai Jamguz. And they team with Roman Penn. The aforementioned Garrett Sturts. Tremel Murphy remains on the court. And Brian Wardle's made a change, and he's brought Mikey Howell in to play the point. Graduate transfer from UC San Diego. Sturts completes the three-point play. He has 5 of the Bulldogs' first 11, and they lead 11-10.
Having Howell as your backup point guard, a guy that's the all-time assist leader at UC San Diego, just comes in with quiet confidence, high-level ability to facilitate.
12th in the country last year, averaged 6 assists per ball game. Hickman looking for his second long-range shot, knocks it down.
And there it is. I mean, that's the ability to facilitate, going left, and that skip pass to the other side, taking advantage of the movement of the defense. Heck of a find from Mikey Howell as he comes into this one.
Howell has his eye on Roman Penn as the ball goes to Sturts, guarded by Hickman. Murphy trying to get around, puts a shot up over Howell with the miss. And the rebound is taken by the Braves as they have their 7'1" performer, Ari Boya, into the lineup. Bulldogs quickly the other direction. Penn all the way to the rack, doesn't get the roll, and the rebound is taken down as teammates fight for it. Both Boya and Leon's trying for that rebound.
And that's the second layup now. Roman Penn has been more active looking for a foul than he has trying to finish the layup, as Ari Boya using his length to be able to go up and put that one home.
Boya, senior from Cameroon, averaging less than 3 a ball game. Braves up by 4, their biggest lead. Sturts looking for his third basket, pumps, fires, and scores.
And how about that? Drake, you just got the sense they need a bucket. Where do they go? Garrett Sturts And Bradley not slowing down, right? Not slowing down. As soon as Drake scores, as soon as Bradley gets a defensive rebound, ball's getting up the floor in a hurry. What Brian Wardle wants this group to do is try to get easy shots in transition. They'll be comfortable to relax and move the basketball some in the half court, but want to get easy ones. As you see Garrett Sturtz again, 3 early buckets for him. Half of Drake's points.
Okai Jamu's on the foul, and that will be his first and the team's second as Connor Hickman goes to the line. Connor Hickman from Bloomington, Indiana, did not play his senior year in high school because of a shoulder injury. So basically, he's playing this year as a first-year freshman at Bradley, having not even played last year, and has already worked his way into the starting lineup.
Yeah, a good start to conference season against Northern Iowa. 12 points in that game, and early on his matchup so far, he's guarded Tucker DeVries, he's guarded Garrett Sturtz, he's guarded Roman Penn. Coach Brian Wardle showing a lot of confidence in the young freshman.
Braves go up by 4 as Roman Penn, who's a 1,000-point scorer in his Drake career, accomplished that a couple of weeks ago against Illinois State. Number 4 all-time career assist to Drake. Sturtz being chased on the defense by Jason Kent. Ball tipped, deflected, picked up by Howell.
And again, the length of the Bradley Braves defensively causing trouble for Roman Penn.
Howell kicks it out. The shot by Kent. High off the rim. Offensive rebound taken down by Tavanainen.
And Tavanainen, not just a three-point shooter. I mean, he brings grit, he brings toughness. Get the moving screen that time by Boya, not quite set.
Boya with his first foul, Bradley with their third. 11:48 left to play. Plenty of action back and forth as we expected. The 7-footer able to stick that one, and the Braves lead it by 4.
Four Super Bowls, 6 AFC championships. You?
Award-winning customer service, up to 30% off your auto insurance with Safe Pilot, made for the military community.
And who else?
That's all. USAA, only for the military community.
This stuff's gonna kill me, but I won't let it. And I try to give them hell, but they don't get it. So I tell myself when I sleep at night, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time. You can pick up new skills in our Homeowner 101 workshops. Pick up new power tools with a tap. Pick up the things you need at our convenient lockers. Or even pick them up right from your doorstep. Pick up more of what you need so you can do more of what you love. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
17-13, Arch Madness is back. The 2022 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament returns to St. Louis for a 32nd straight year. Join the Bulldogs in the Gateway City March 3rd through 6th as all 10 Valley schools battle it out for a trip to the NCAA tournament. Reserve your seat to Arch Madness in St. Louis by visiting archmadness.com. Get your tickets today and experience Arch Madness.
And both these teams, it's been a lot of pace up and down, but the defense pretty strong. You see Drake 5 of 13. The length of Bradley bothering the Bulldogs on their half-court offense, and I like what Coach Brian Wardle's done with the Bradley Braves. Get the ball out in transition, especially, Larry, when you're a young team on the road. You got to find ways to get confidence early. How do you do that? Get easy baskets. Stops on one end, easy baskets on the other. The Braves offense, 17 points through the first 8 minutes, looking pretty strong.
And I think a number to keep in mind is that 14 times in 18 games, Bradley has held their opponent below their season field goal percentage. Bulldogs go inside to Brody, and Darnell Brody spins and scores. And thus far, Drake's scoring has come from the inside.
And we talked about the length of Bradley, how much of a difference that's made on the perimeter for guys like Roman Penn. The one person that's not going to bother on the interior is Darnell Brody, the big fella getting by the block that time, getting an easy 2.
Tavanainen with the foul shot. Tavanainen knocks down his first basket.
That's just tough. I mean, a heady play by Tavanainen. Great balance coming off that screen, letting Tucker DeVries run all the way behind him. Tavanainen a smooth stroke.
9 minutes played. 4-point lead for Bradley. Tavanainen ran into the screen by Brody, but he's able to recover on his man. Brody goes into the paint. On the baseline comes Roman Penn to score. Penn challenging and getting his second early basket.
And the difference that time, Roman Penn 0 for 2 from the paint so far in this one. That time goes right to the rim rather than looking for the contact.
Mast not a nice pass inside to Howell, but the Bulldogs double teamed him and forced the turnover. Wilkins pops. Leaves it short. Mast is there to clear down the rebound. Mast averaging 8 rebounds a game, leads the Valley in that category. He can be a tough matchup for Brody. Likes to play off the elbow a lot, doesn't he? Get the ball inside to him. A nice give and go with Terry Roberts. Gets Rick Mast his second basket.
And Mast, one of the things that makes him so tough is he can score inside and he can score out. And when he screens, he can screen and roll or screen and pop. A lot of bigs do one or the other. Mast can do both, which changes your defensive coverage. That time you see it creating an easy opportunity with the nice find from Roberts.
Alibi Leon's back in for the Bradley Braves.
And watch this. So Darnell Brody doesn't quite know what to do, because what's Mast going to do after that little dribble handoff? Is he going to pop? Darnell Brody very conscious of not allowing Mast, after he's already knocked down one, to get an open second look. Sticks with the ball a little bit too long, indecisive on that dribble handoff. Gets an easy 2 for Mast.
Roberts tries to move behind Kent, and the foul called on Mast as he tried to set the screen. And Mast has his second foul, setting an illegal screen.
Yeah, and that's Coach Brian Wardle talking to him about that, just saying, look, I mean, if he's right there, you can't move into him. Good coaching moment there for Coach Brian Wardle, helping the young fella understand the expectation.
Io Akinwale, the transfer from Omaha, now playing the point for the Bulldogs. Brody puts the shot up, and the rebound is taken by Leons. We talked about the long arms of the Bradley Braves, and that time Leons showed you right there. Here's Roberts floating a pass inside, trying to get the ball to the 7'1" performer Boya, and the Bulldogs, Brody fouled him.
And the difference one end to the other, Boya, as soon as he sets the screen, he's cutting hard to the rim. Watch this. As soon as he sets the screen, he's looking for that lob. That vertical threat stretches out the defense. Darnell Brody has to try to get back in a hurry. Can't help as much on the ball handler. And as the ball goes over his head, Brody gets caught. Too much contact on Boya.
Boya, one of the few seniors on this very young Bradley Brave ball club, has struggled at the free throw line, just 9 of 20, but very calmly drops that one down and gives the Braves a 5-point lead. Brody out, Ferguson in. On the post for the Bulldogs, Darnell Brody fouling out of his last 2 ball games. So Darren DeVries wants to make sure he gets quality minutes from Darnell Brody, as Boya sinks both free throws, and the Braves have their biggest lead, up by 6.
And here Bradley coming out in a little full court pressure. We've seen them do this a few times this year, just trying to, again, use their speed, use the athleticism to create tempo.
Both these teams force their opponents into pretty long offensive possessions.
Yeah.
Both right just under 19 seconds, which is among the top longest in the country. The pull-up by Akinwale, in and out, and the rebound is taken by Boya. Larry Boya making his presence felt in this first half. Here's Roberts trying to get around Akinwale, instead settles to fall back and knock it down. It's a 7-point game for Terry Roberts, and it's a 8-point lead for the Bradley Braves.
Yeah, and Terry Roberts unfortunately getting called for a technical here. John Higgins right in front of the official after making that fadeaway. I don't know what Terry Roberts said, but it was right in front of the official, getting called for a technical. We can take a look at it here and watch this. Look at just the size, and again, the change of pace. That's what makes him so dangerous. Great balance, and has something to say right in front of the Drake bench, and an immediate call. Coach Brian Wardle not happy But hard to know what was said on the other side of the floor.
Of course, that's also a personal foul, which will be the second against Roberts, somebody that the Braves want to have on the floor as much as possible.
Well, and you know, Larry, we talked in the open about how this is a young team, right? They're trying to figure out how to win. Part of that is when you have a team on the ropes, you have to continue to stomp forward, right? Don't relax. Don't start feeling good about yourself. And if you're Terry Roberts now, 8.5 minutes to go, a little under 9 minutes to go in this first half, going to the bench with 2 fouls, this is an opportunity for Bradley to extend the lead. Now Drake could get a couple free points and the possession to cut into it.
Especially true when every game in the Valley has been so tight this year, and the Braves have had more than their share of close games. You just can't afford to give up points.
Well, and so, yeah, 50% of Valley games have been 3 points or less or overtime. I mean, 50% of games. Just talk about the parity in the league. Great coaching. And so all it takes is one possession. All it takes is one lapse, and that can be the difference toward the end. So an opportunity for Terry Roberts to continue to learn from it. Off to a good start so far in this one.
So the Braves had that 8-point lead with the Roberts basket and gave 2 back on the technical, and now the Bulldogs with the possession, and it's a 6-point game. Wilkins tries to move to Murphy. Murphy trying to get around Lyons. Wilkins from the free throw line, and again, the long arms of Malavite Lyons gets the rebound for Bradley. He'll take it coast to coast, and then the Braves will set up their offense.
And that was just fantastic defense by the Bradley Braves. And Bradley just being the aggressor going to the rim, the aggressor defensively, the aggressor with offensive and defensive rebounds, forcing a timeout from an unhappy Darren DeVries.
Bradley's got their second 8-point lead. It comes with 8:03 left to play in the first half. It has been a battle on the boards between two teams that very much value rebounding. 27-19, Bradley leads it.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
Oh, you're doing it wrong, man.
What's wrong with action figures?
Nothing, except buying them without Capital One Shopping.
What's that, Samuel, Mr. L. Jackson?
Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer.
Whoa, you're my hero.
Yeah, I can tell.
You like it?
I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius.
What's in your wallet?
I don't say it like that, Devin.
The BK $5 Your Way meal is here to make your choice easy and so tasty. Go straight to the Double Whopper Jr. with piping hot small fries, 4-piece crispy nuggets, and a refreshing small drink. Can you believe you get all this for only $5? The $5 Your Way meal, only at Burger King.
Great razors get borrowed. Right now, get a 6-blade razor set for only $10 in stores and online.
It's an 8-point lead for the road team from Bradley. And again, their length on defense is significantly affecting the Bulldogs early.
Yeah, disrupting Drake, especially their opportunities to get in the paint. We saw it a couple of times with Roman Penn trying to adjust his shot to get around shot blockers. Saw Brody miss a couple in close range and creating 4 turnovers for Drake. But the biggest difference on the rebounding side, right now Bradley through the first 12 minutes +7 in the rebound column, only allowing Drake 1 second chance opportunity. Bradley doing a great job contesting the first shots, not allowing second ones.
Malachi Lyons leading Bradley with 4 rebounds. Bulldogs shooting 37%, 7 of 19, while the Braves are 10 of 17, 59%. Drake wearing their Des Moines hometown team week uniforms, saluting the city of Des Moines. Rather than having Drake across the front of their shirts, it says Des Moines. Murphy looks for 3, and the rebound is taken down by Mikey Howell.
And that's a guy that has to continue to be more aggressive with catch and shoots. That's a good shot for Tremel Murphy, especially going small, having a guy like Boya on him. Got to be able to knock that down.
Hickman tries a long three, and the offensive rebound comes out to Hickman. Does a skip pass quickly in the corner. Now Lyons tries to drive. Sturts gets a hand on it and takes it away from him. Tremel Murphy comes down one-on-one with Howell. The Bulldogs trying to move it quickly. DeVries with a good ball fake. And now Wilkins with a shot that's short. And we're going to have a tie ball. The possession arrow is going to keep it in the Bulldogs' end.
And Larry, that's an unselfish play, but man, I thought Tucker DeVries should have shot that basketball. You're not going to get a better shot than a walk-in three in transition for Tucker DeVries, and saw the big fella Boya flying at him. Credit Ari Boya, the hustle to force Tucker DeVries to put that one on the deck and pass up an open look.
Ville Tavanainen back onto the floor for Bradley. DeVries pulls up and knocks it down.
Tough. I mean, just at 6'7", not much Tavanainen at 6'4" can do. Pretty good positional defense. Tucker DeVries just rising up using his length.
The Bulldog freshman averaging 13.2, leading Drake in that category. In fact, leading freshman in the Valley in scoring.
And the ball movement just really crisp and sharp for Bradley thus far, putting a lot of pressure on this Drake defense.
Hickman trying to do one-on-one against Murphy. Murphy deflected it for a moment. Hickman got it back with 3 on the shot clock. Tried it. Boya tries to save. Saves it into Murphy, and then Murphy gets fouled by Tavanainen.
And fortunate that Boya unable to keep his balance. Good hustle by the big fella underneath, doing yeoman's work. 6 points for Ari Boya. Couple of rebounds on his stat line as well, giving really good minutes for Coach Brian Wardle. Now we'll take a look at this. Got 2 guys around him, Tucker DeVries and Garrett Sturts, and Boya, as he's fallen out of bounds, did the right thing, trying to look for a teammate. Heads up play by Tremel Murphy to capture that one, get an opportunity for the one-on-one.
Rick Bass back onto the floor for Bradley. The free throw by Tremel Murphy gives him his first point of the night.
And part of what makes drawing fouls so important is getting to the bonus. Tremel Murphy caught that ball at half court. Tavanainen fouled him because he didn't want to give up an open layup. But since Drake's in the bonus, a high percentage play, Tremel Murphy gets those 2 at the line.
So the Bulldogs, after trailing by 8, shaved the Bradley margin in half down to 4. Out of the backcourt, Mikey Howell. Howell was an outstanding soccer player in high school as well as basketball. Played on the USA junior soccer team. Lob from Mast. Mast has it taken away by Murphy, and Murphy able to save it into Sturts, and the Bulldogs come up the floor with numbers as they try to get the ball inside to Sturts.
And great defense. DJ Wilkins disrupting that offensive set, forcing Howell to get rid of the basketball too soon. Howell getting a little agitated on the perimeter, forcing that turnover. DJ Wilkins really giving a burst of energy to his ball club.
Brody in, Murphy out for Drake. So Darnell Brody in while Mast is in, so they go size against size. DeVries fakes, fires, and scores.
And now that's 2 under basket out of bounds plays that have featured Tucker DeVries trying to get him open looks. Coach Darren DeVries trying to get his son, the leading scorer on this ball club, going.
Bulldogs on a 6-point run. Tavanainen on the high post to Mast. He turns, shoots over Brody, and knocks it down.
Tough, and Darnell Brody's got to get a hand up. I mean, Rick Mast can shoot the ball. One of the better shooting bigs in this league. Can't give him an uncontested shot.
Now Brody tries to work the other way against Mast, and his hook shot is short, and the rebound is taken by Howell. Howell stepped out of bounds, though, as he tried to come up the court, and the turnover will give it back to the Bulldogs.
And a fortunate break. You hear the Drake faithful getting behind this ball club. Bradley, though, continues to play good defense. I mean, Rick Mast is so good at not giving up body positioning, not getting off balance, staying strong with his core and his trunk, forcing Darnell Brody away from the rim.
Brian Wardle talked about turnovers being an issue, and his team has turned it over 10 times in the first 15 minutes of the game. Here's Sturts trying to get the ball over to Wilkins, and the Bulldogs turn it over for the 5th time as Howell once again brings it up for Bradley.
And now Drake going really small with Tucker DeVries and Garrett Sturts at the 4 and 5 respectively, trying to keep up with this pace of Bradley.
There's Jason Kent. Mast starts down the lane and fouled on the way in. Garrett Sturtz trying to defend him, and that's a pretty good assignment for a 6'3", 180-pound guy.
Yeah, I mean, a clear mismatch, and you see Darnell Brody coming in the game. Garrett Sturtz, a good defender, often guards guys larger than him, but Rink Mast just too big, too strong at 6'9", 240.
Foul triggers. Roberts against Penn.
Good pass.
Mast for three. Trying to save the rebound. Panainen, but he stepped out of bounds doing so, and so the Bulldogs get it back with 4:52 to go in the half. Bradley with a 4-point lead.
And Tavanainen's done a good job, gotten a couple of caroms. That time, good hustle, just lands out of bounds. This Bradley Braves team, relentless, going to the offensive boards.
That they are. They lead the league in that category. Feed inside, Darnell Brody against Mast. Mast's defense forced him to miss. He gets another shot at it, misses this time. Sturtz comes out of nowhere to get the rebound, and the three won't go by degrees. And Sturtz has yet another offensive rebound. The Bulldogs play out of control for a moment, but seem to regain some semblance of offense, as DeVries will take it to the baseline and fire long. And the Bulldogs are going to get a 5th straight opportunity at the basket.
Great hustle by Garrett Sturtz, but also fantastic scramble defense by the Bradley Braves. After all of that, a couple offensive rebounds, oftentimes you see wide open threes. There is none of that. There is none of that. Great closeouts and scramble for the Braves defense.
Penn looks to inbound. Ball intended for Brody and batted away from behind by Ari Boya. Boya with 6 points tonight already, equaling a season high for him. Malavai Leon's back onto the court for Bradley. Heckman checks out. 18 seconds for the Bulldogs to shoot it on this, their 5th possession in a row, with some offensive rebounds. The feed comes from Penn to Brody, and Brody leaves it off to the right.
And notice everything Darnell Brody gets, Larry, is moving away from the basket. Everything is moving away from the basket. Rink Mast, Ari Boya using their length, using their size to not allow Darnell Brody to lay anything up at the rim.
Roberts trying to get around Tucker. Gets underneath Tucker to put it in.
I mean, change of pace, right? Showing the little in and out hezzy, and then the footwork. Young fella, Terry Roberts, doing it to him.
One of the Bulldog scouting efforts tonight, and it's really everybody's. How do you contain Roberts? Well, he's already got 9 points. Wilkins setting up on the, or I should say Brody setting up with a low post against Boya. 5 seconds for the Bulldogs to shoot it. Wilkins will try off the baseline and uses the glass to knock it down, but a foul was called.
Yeah, it looks like a bailout that time. Tavanainen got him caught with his hands. Fortunate call for Drake.
The Braves getting a big play from their newcomer, Terry Roberts. He leads the conference newcomers in points, assists, and steals. He has done it all so far tonight. Braves by 6.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Well, honey, which one are you going to open up first?
That one! No way!
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
Ready for a little excitement? Get the must-own comedy that will keep the family laughing all year long.
I had fun. We had fun.
Ghostbusters Afterlife on Blu-ray Tuesday.
I mean, if this thing ever got out.
Coming up at halftime, a special feature with Roman Penn, who people will find an amazing young man, so unselfish, so team-oriented, and he has a good story to tell about a number switch. And then also afterward, we're going to show you a presentation that Roman received prior to tonight's game.
Yeah, Roman Penn, 1,000-point scorer through his college career, has had a really nice, has been a leader for this Drake team, and he really just sets the tone. It's his ability offensively to facilitate toughness and unselfishness that helps this team go.
Recently missing 7 games for the Bulldogs with a broken bone in his foot. He just returned for the last couple. Can't practice as much as the Bulldogs would like him to because of the pain to the foot. Apparently, maybe some off-season work will have to be done there, but right now trying to play through it. DJ Wilkins on the line for the Bulldogs, who trail by 6.
And in this last possession, shot clock winding down, not much going for Drake. Tavanainen getting called for the foul, getting DJ Wilkins a couple freebies at the free throw line.
Wilkins has hit all 4 of his free throw tries. And it's the Bulldogs within 4 as Bradley's Howell quickly into the offensive end, picked up by Sturtz. Lands works against Murphy. Lands with a height advantage there on Trammell. Here's Kent working against the shorter Penn. Loses the ball on the court. Big scramble for it, and we're going to get a tie ball, and this time the possession arrow is going to keep it at the Braves' end.
And that's better toughness defensively. Very formidable for Drake, even though Roman Penn only listed at 6 foot against the 6'7" Kent. Look at that, using his strength, using his core, active hands. A little bit of grabbing there, too. Could have been a foul on Penn, looking for that loose ball.
Connor Hickman on the inbounds to Boya. Hickman on the return.
That's twice now. 15 foot, 17 foot. Connor Hickman, good rise in his jump shot. Great job squaring the shoulders. I like the call on that under basket out of bounds play for Brian Wardle. Great pace for Hickman to get that open look.
Hickman averaging 6, has 9 in the first half. Trammell Murphy fakes and then gets the pass in the corner. Wilkins spins on Howell, air ball. And picking it up is Jason Kent. Bradley's biggest lead tonight has been 8. They come up the floor up by 6 with a little over 2 minutes to go in the first half. The lob comes inside to the 7'1" Ari Boya. Kicks it back out to Howell. He'll gun a 3 ball. And the rebound is taken down by Leons, and then he gets knocked to the ground in the rebound scramble.
Wow, a scary play, a loud thud that time. Good to see Leons get up pretty quickly, and you see the exasperated sigh as he gets up. I mean, watch this, just great hustle. This Bradley team, I'll say it again, relentless on the offensive glass. Leon's good strength to go along with good bounciness and length. Hard to keep off the glass.
Leon 6'9" inches tall, 210, a lengthy player from the Netherlands, where Brian Wardle has had a lot of recruiting success. He has good connections there. Ball comes inside to Boya. Boya kicks it out to Howell. The left-hander guns home a 3 ball.
That's not Howell's strength. Howell's strength is as a facilitator. 32% from 3 on the year, but he's capable of knocking him down back-to-back times in that possession. Boya to Howell, second time, proves pure.
Bradley's biggest lead of the night. Here's Murphy looking to answer with a 3, and Trammell Murphy has his first basket of the night.
So one possession to the next, Larry. The first time Trammell Murphy passes it up, tries to kick it out to DJ Wilkins, runs back on defense. Darren DeVries says to him, Trammell, shoot it. What does he do next time down? Knocks it down. Is on the other end, Hickman again doing his work. in that 12 to 15 foot area. Nice little float game jump shot.
11.9 for Hickman. Here's Penn going all the way to the rack and getting fouled by Hickman. 47 seconds left to play in the first half.
And we'll take a look at it here. Connor Hickman, for a freshman, pretty strong, especially up through the chest going to the rim, and immediately pointing at himself. My fault not forcing Roman Penn into the screen, but pretty good scheme that time offensively for Darren DeVries, and Roman Penn taking advantage of the open side, rejecting the screen, getting all the way to the rim.
Roman Penn wearing number 1 now, we're number 12 his first couple of years, and you will find out why when we talk to him at halftime. Penn averaging 10 points a ball game, has dished out 42 assists. He and Wilkins tied for the team leadership with assists. And again, he's 4th all-time in career assists at Drake. Masked with a Bradley rebound. Hickman all the way to the glass, and he gets fouled by Wilkins. And so going to the line will be Connor Hickman. You're right, solidly built at 6'3", 190.
And part of that possession was Coach Brian Wardle on the free throw line, helping his team understand that it was a 2-for-1 opportunity. With about 46 seconds left in that last free throw, as soon as Bradley gets the ball, get downhill, see if you can get an opportunity going to the rim or a quick kick out if it's there, if you get a good look. Now Bradley's going to end up with the last possession here, shooting this free throw with 39 seconds to go.
And into the lineup for the first time comes Darius Hannah, a 6'9" sophomore from Milwaukee, as Hickman knocks down both free throws. He has 13 points, his career best, 14 against Duquesne.
And we've seen this Bradley team start fast before. Last game against Illinois State, a heck of a first half, up 14 at halftime, couldn't sustain it.
Nationally led by 20 in the first half of that ball game, 14 at the half, and then turnovers were a factor. Here's DeVries missing to the right, but the offensive rebound run down by Penn. The shot by DeVries, count it, and a foul. Big basket by DeVries, and then he got fouled in the process.
And Brian Wardle incensed on the sideline for 2 reasons. One, giving up 2 second chance opportunities. The second one, not identifying and closing out to shooters. The third one, fouling a 3-point shooter. Tucker DeVries got a good look the first time, pretty contested that second time through, but a big 3 in the final moments of this first half.
Well, we talked about offensive rebounds and how both teams valued them and how significant they might be, and there was a really significant one for Drake.
And no surprise, who was the first one? I mean, Garrett Sturtz, he's the guy that makes the big plays.
It's an 11-point ball game for Tucker DeVries. He's now in double figures, 4 in a row, and 16 of the 19 games he's played at Drake. And that 4-point play will give him a rest with 14.5 seconds to go in the half. Great pressure, forcing a Bradley timeout.
And a use it or lose it timeout for Coach Brian Wardle, so not too upset to see that one go in the books. Good pressure that time. Drake, often after free throws, picks up full court, now trying to force either a turnover or control the tempo. Coach Brian Wardle now 14 seconds, plenty of time. We'll see what he draws up on the offensive end.
Brian Wardle, who played collegiately at Marquette University, 5 years head coach at Green Bay, now in his 7th year as the head coach of the Bradley Braves. A trip to Arch Madness in St. Louis isn't complete without visiting the NBC Fan Hangout. Arch Madness tips off March 3rd through 6th, and the NBC Fan Hangout at Ballpark Village is the best place to celebrate before and after games, featuring restaurants, entertainment, and all things Arch Madness. For information, visit archmadness.com and click on Fan Hangout. Be a lot of fun in Arch Madness this year. A lot of great competition based on the way this conference race has started.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the parity in the league, and, you know, especially the top 4, Drake, Loyola, Missouri State, Northern Iowa, really playing well right now. Should be fun as we get to March.
Northern Iowa at Valparaiso tonight. We'll check on that score at halftime. 2 seconds to go in the half. Now 1. Roberts, desperation shot at the horn. He misses it. And at halftime, it'll be a 5-point Brave lead as they go to the locker room. Bradley, when they've been on the top end at halftime, 7-3. The Bulldogs, when they've been behind at halftime, are 3-4. That's the situation now. Halftime in Des Moines, Bradley 40, Drake 35.
Oh, you're doing it wrong, man.
What's wrong with action figures?
Nothing, except buying them without Capital One shopping.
What's that, Samuel, Mr. L. Jackson?
Capital One shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer.
Whoa, you're my hero.
Yeah, I can tell.
You like it?
I look good in miniature. Capital One shopping. It's kind of genius.
What's in your wallet?
I don't say it like that, Devin.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
The minute he touches the ball, he is a threat.
Kyrie Irving's in his bag, now what's up?
Steph Curry's the greatest shooter God ever created.
Steph hit a tray, it ain't nothing, that's what's up.
It's Saturday primetime. Nets Warriors on ABC.
Leader on the team. Here's Drake Media's Michael Admire on the reason for the change made by Bulldogs floor general Roman Penn.
What makes a good point guard?
Yes, DJ, yes.
I would say the number one thing is just talking.
Physical, yes, catch it.
For 3 seasons, Roman Penn has been one of the best point guards in the Missouri Valley.
People look at how you're responding and how you bring energy. You know, you kick off everything, and usually the team follows.
Roman's intangibles, his leadership, that's what makes him so great.
Roman has never been about stats or numbers. That's why this offseason, he changed his jersey from 12 to 1.
Do something new and kind of just, give it to Tuck. Tuck was here. Tuck was at Waukee. He was number 12 for a long time. So just, seeing him being able to come here as a freshman, I thought it'd be a good fit, just giving him the number.
Another Roman assist opened the door for a cool tribute. Coach DeVries also wore number 12 in college.
Kind of cool that he wanted to wear that number and to see him out there, playing in the same number. He just does it better than I do. I'm not sure how it all worked out because I stay out of that stuff, but it was nice of Roman to change numbers so that he could wear number 12, and Roman got a new number, and but that was pretty neat.
Roman still has plenty of significant numbers floating around, including 384, which has stood as Drake's all-time assist record since 1988.
Something I never thought I could accomplish, but credit goes to my coaches and teammates, of course. I have some great teammates that make some shots and make me look a lot better.
The numbers are simply just numbers. Roman's true impact is on the people around him.
He's the first team all-conference guy coming back, and for him to give up his jersey number to a freshman, it's like, that's pretty unselfish of him in every way, shape, and form.
For the Missouri Valley Conference, I'm Michael Admire.
And earlier tonight, prior to this game with Bradley, Roman Penn saluted, becoming a 1,000-point scorer. Second Bulldog this year to accomplish that. DJ Wilkins did it earlier. Roman Penn, a well-deserved celebration for his 1,000th point. Good ball game here at the Knapp Center tonight on a chilly night. Bradley leads Drake 40-35.
The Popeyes Big Box is back. And it is big. Our juicy signature chicken or crispy tenders, 2 regular sides, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $6? We're gonna need a bigger box.
If you're always asking, where next? Capital One has a new class of travel card for you. Introducing Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
Now streaming. The Pack is back in an all-new movie event, only on Disney+.
Those ding-dongs went back to the Lost World!
Look, Frank! And I thought I made bad choices.
The Ice Age, Adventures of Buck Wild, rated PG, only on Disney+.
Adam Emenecker with you, and Adam, that first half, very interesting basketball, up and down, high pace, not early shooting very good, but it got better.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams really concentrate and focus on defense. And honestly, I thought the Braves defense, Bradley's defense, in that first half, the scramble, the attack, the aggressiveness, the length really stifled Drake's offense. And Drake fortunate to get a couple second chance opportunities late in that half that helped cut into this league. But a pretty good first half overall from the Bradley Braves. Like what I see.
Let's talk about that most recent second chance opportunity. What a big switch that could have been when the ball bounced to Tucker DeVries. He knocks down a shot, gets fouled shooting a 3-ball, and hits the 3.
Yeah, it was 40-31, so a 9-point margin, and Drake misses a shot. When Drake misses a shot, now Bradley could go down the other end, get the last look with under 20 seconds to go, get to double digits. Instead, Drake gets not 1 but 2 offensive rebounds. Tucker DeVries knocks down a 3 and 1. Now we have a 5-point halftime margin, so a pretty big swing. We talked with Bradley about how they've had difficulty closing out games. That's one to monitor as this one goes down the wire.
And both coaches have really emphasized how important offensive rebounding is.
Yeah, I mean, it's big. It's earning extra possessions. You look in that first half, 5 offensive rebounds for Bradley, 8 for Drake. The 8 offensive rebounds for Drake have really come in 3 possessions, so both these teams battling it out on the boards.
Yeah, 1 possession, 4 in itself.
Yeah, and Bradley a big plus in the rebound margin, +7.
Let's take a look at our first half highlights.
You mentioned, Larry, that it was a bit of a slow start, and early Roman Penn knocking down that 3, his first in the last 4 games, and Garrett Sturtz really came in big minutes off the bench. This was Drake's first bucket. You see that nice little jump hook in the lane. This a very similar and 1 look from Garrett Sturtz, doing a good job helping provide momentum for his team. Connor Hickman had a great first half. 13 points for him, 1 shy of his career high. Knocks down the 3 there, had a couple mid-range jumpers as well. Rick Mass, the matchup problem, knocking down that 19-footer. Darnell Brody too far off. And Tucker DeVries heated up toward the end of that first half. He ends that half with 11 points, knocking down the 2. And here's that play, that scramble at the end. Misses one, wide open, no Bradley defender. This time, couple guys jumping around. Tucker DeVries, 14 seconds on the clock, and 1-3 gets this halftime margin down to 5.
We take a look at our first half numbers.
And not great shooting for Drake. 11 for 34, only 32%, 36% from 3. Bradley doing a better job getting easy ones, creating offense with the pace in their half court, getting the ball up, whether Drake makes or misses, to try to keep the Drake defense off balance. But pretty even overall. You see the 10 turnover number for Bradley. That's something Coach Brian Wardle is going to address at halftime in the locker room.
Absolutely, because they average only about 13 turnovers a game. You mentioned that 4-point play. Bradley had a 9-point lead, which was Drake's biggest deficit of the first half at home this year, but the 4-point play shaved it to 5. And so that's where we are at halftime, 40-35. Bradley leads Drake.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Sergeant Hayden, who won't return a call until the engine's cool. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
It's bow time.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
I've made progress with my mental health. So when I started having unintentional body movements called tardive dyskinesia, I ignored them. But when the twitching and jerking in my face and hands affected my day-to-day, I finally had to say, it's not okay. It was time to talk to my doctor about Austedo. She said Austedo helps reduce TD movements in adults, while I continue with most of my mental health medications.
Austedo can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, behaviors, feelings, or have suicidal thoughts. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness. Don't take Austedo if you have liver problems, are taking rezapine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo may cause irregular or fast heartbeat, restlessness, movements mimicking Parkinson's disease, fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, and sweating.
Talk to your doctor about Austedo. It's time to treat TD. TD is not okay. Visit askforaustedo.com.
40-35 lead over Drake. The Arch Madness app is the official app of the 2022 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament. The app has all the information you need to plan your trip to St. Louis, including tournament information, tickets, and special events during Arch Madness. Download the Arch Madness app on your Android or iOS device today, and you'll have a great time when you get to St. Louis in March. So let's take a look at our spotlight players of the first half, our impact players. Actually, both are freshmen.
Yeah, and both had really good first halves. I've liked what I've seen out of Connor Hickman. 6'3", 6'4", good strength, has played hard on the defensive end, and has been decisive on offense. Catch and shoot from 3, getting the ball coming off screens, finishing in the lane as well. And Tucker DeVries, I mean, he's the leading scorer on this group, right? This Drake team needs the scoring of freshman Tucker DeVries. He's delivered so far in this one.
So we've talked about how many close games there have been in the Valley this year. Well, we've got another one going at Valparaiso, Northern Iowa, playing without A.J. Crean, who is out because of a medical protocol, out tonight, and nevertheless Valparaiso has got the lead in that one.
Yeah, this one, Northern Iowa, 33 points for Noah Carter, and Kavion Taylor 22 for Valparaiso, but a tight one for the Beacons and the Panthers.
Illinois State playing at Missouri State. There's the battle of high-scoring players, and Antonio Reed and Isaiah Mosley scored 30 or more 3 games in a row. Missouri State the upper hand there.
Yeah, Mosley held to 6 so far. Can't imagine he's too upset. 16-point lead right now for the Bears.
And rounding out the schedule, Indiana State at Southern Illinois, and that's a tight one.
Yeah, and right now 19 points for Bledson. Bledson, a guy that's raised a lot of eyebrows across the valley. His ability to rebound, pass, and shoot, Draymond Green-esque for the Sycamores.
Well, typical night in the Valley. As 3 of the 4 games are very tight at this point. Let's take a look at our keys to the game once again.
And part of what we talked about for Bradley is making sure to minimize the miscues. Well, 10 turnovers in the first half, too many for this group, but still able to maintain that 5-point advantage because of their intensity defensively, and we'll really see. It'll be a good test in the second half. I mentioned it before, up 14 against Illinois State at halftime, ended up squandering that lead. We'll see how the Braves come out in the second half if they can stay smooth on the offensive end. And for Drake, clean the glass and gave up 5 offensive rebounds in that first half to Bradley, which led to 5 second chance points. Drake has not gotten out in transition and gotten many easy ones. Have to do a better job in this second half. Offensive flow's been okay, but credit this Bradley defense closing out on shooters, great in scramble opportunities, using their length. It's been high levels of intensity for the Braves, forcing the Drake offense to flounder at times.
Talked earlier about Connor Hickman and how he's been impressive tonight.
Yeah, and Connor Hickman on the defensive side has been key, as well as knocking down shots on the offensive end. Here you see his catch and shoot 3. We saw that in the halftime highlights, but it's been him at the end of the shot clock. Watch this one. Watch this pace, the tight curl, the tight cut, a smooth jump shot. Gets great rise on his release.
And Garrett Sturtz has been terrific once again tonight.
Yeah, and he scores in the lane. That's what he does. And Garrett Sturtz, only 6'3", but does such a great job with ball fakes and body positioning. He has great patience in the lane. And for the young fellas out there watching what he just did, go right at the shot blocker, up fake, up fake, up fake. Once you get them off balance, attack hard to the rim and go finish.
And in his 4 games at Bradley, Sturtz has hit 20 of 24 shots in the 4 games against the Braves, including tonight. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, he scores with such high level of efficiency, partially because of the shots he takes. And Garrett Sturtz doesn't take many bad ones. He's always on balance.
In fact, in his last 3.5 games, he has hit 19 shots in just 22 attempts. Bulldog basketball to begin the second half. They trail by 5. Again, Drake 3 and 4 when they're behind at halftime. Tremel Murphy from the top of the circle over the outstretched arm of Leons. Misses, and rebounding is Terry Roberts.
And a good start defensively for Bradley, not allowing much flow on the offensive end for Drake, forcing just perimeter passing, no penetration.
Pass gets inside Darnell Brody to score, and Mast with his 9th point, and the Bulldogs find Bradley jumping to an early 7-point second half lead.
You see how strong Rink Mast is on the interior, even going through Darnell Brody, has the strength to be able to power that basketball up.
DeVries comes out to take the ball from Wilkins. 10 seconds on the shot clock. DeVries tried to get inside the shorter Hickman and gets the bounce and gets fouled as well. Bulldogs took advantage of a mismatch as 6'7" DeVries being guarded by 6'3" Hickman.
And what a smart play, Larry, by Tucker DeVries. Not settling for the outside shot, not settling for something deep, but getting in and understanding that where is his advantage? His advantage is his size. Getting Connor Hickman down on the block and not rushing a shot, not getting off balance, getting that nice fadeaway, drawing the contact.
DeVries, who's been very impressive in his freshman year, but has shown a nice growth in recent weeks.
Yeah, and just, I mean, it's a comfort. That's really what it comes down to on the defensive end, better understanding how to play with his feet, better understanding timing and spacing, and offensively stepping into a leadership role for this group.
Hickman misses the 3, but the long rebound comes to Jason Kent. But Bradley with an offensive rebound and another opportunity. And again, offensive rebound, something to really watch closely in the second half. Roberts spins, and with his great touch, not getting this one, Mast and Brody fight for the rebound, and Mast wins the battle.
And big time rebound that time for Mast, just being in the right spot, using his strength.
Now Mast goes to the floor, trying to save it, and he does. Gets it over to Leons. Leons shoots with 5 on the shot clock and banks home a 3.
What a possession. What a possession for Rink Mast. And Brian Wardle, as Rink Mast goes back down the floor, just giving him an ovation, pointing right to him, telling him, big fella, you did it that time.
Leons rebounds the miss. Mast only a sophomore. He's really grown in a year. Down the lane comes Kent to score. Jason Kent with his first basket. And the Braves quickly open a 9-point second half advantage.
And I thought maybe shuffled his feet on the catch, did Kent, but a nice take on the inside, showing off his strength.
DeVries for 3. Tucker is feeling it now.
And that's deep, Larry, but that's a really good shot for him. I mean, if your feet are set and you get a pass into your shooting pocket, that's an easy one for Tucker DeVries.
Kent on the miss and Murphy on the rebound. Ball poked out of bounds by Jason Kent. Garrett Sturtz comes in for Drake.
Yeah, watch this. I mean, Roman Penn not working very hard for that assist, but shuffling it off. And for Tucker DeVries, 3, 4, 5 feet behind the college three-point line, he's got the strength. He has the frame to be able to knock down that shot. And for him, if his feet are set, anytime past half court can be a pretty good look.
3 threes for him tonight, and 46 on the year to lead Drake. Murphy tries to work against Mast.
Great defense.
Once again, the ball goes to Murphy. Murphy slips as he tries to cut and travels. And the turnover will give Bradley the ball, and they try to build on a 6-point lead.
And I'm a little surprised by the travel call, partially because Tramel Murphy was dribbling the basketball. I don't think it was a foul. It's great defense by Rink Mass showing his hands, but questionable call that time for the official. If the ball isn't being held, doesn't matter what your feet are doing. If you're dribbling the basketball, you can be jumping up and down.
Point well taken as Terry Roberts will inbound. Lobs from Mast. Mast works against Murphy. Nice give and go, Roberts to Mast.
I mean, that is high level basketball by Terry Roberts. A heck of a dribble move to get free, and then a big time find to the big fella Mast.
Roberts out of Florida Southwestern State Community College, where so many Bulldogs, including the man with the ball, Tramel Murphy, have played. Murphy's shot rolls off, and Roberts rebounds.
And how about the impact Rink Mast is having in this second half? Offensive rebounds, loose balls, playing great defense, finishing at the rim. Rink Mast all over the place.
I think one of the more impressive big men in the Valley. Roberts misses a three, but speaking of Mast, there he is to clean it up.
And just, it's stick-to-itiveness, right? I mean, it's just being around the basketball. What he did that possession isn't impressive. He set a screen, he rolled to the rim, but doing it every time, the habits are so impressive.
Mast has 11 points, a 10-point lead for Bradley as they try to win on the road for just the second time. And again, Mast, such a big factor for the Braves as he cleans up the miss by Roberts and gives Bradley a 10-point lead.
Doug.
And it's easy to customize your insurance at libertymutual.com, so you only pay for what you need. Isn't that right, Limu? 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 Sorry, one sec. Yeah. There he is.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven-roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's the new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot. Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of time.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
6'9" sophomore from the Netherlands, Rink Mast.
Rink Mast, 7 points, 4 rebounds at the half, now up to 13 points, 6 rebounds in this one. He scored it early, that time the up and under. Watch this one, roll into the rim, heck of a find. Terry Roberts, Mast throwing it off the glass. Offensive rebound early in this possession, going on the floor, getting the extra one, allowing Leons to knock down that three, and good defense on the other end to boot. Rink Mast here finishing before that timeout from Darren DeVries. Stick-to-itiveness, getting to the rim. Rink Mast, a heck of a start to spur his team in this second half.
Back-to-back double-doubles for Mast coming in. 23 points, 13 rebounds against Evansville. 17 points, 10 rebounds against Illinois State on Sunday. The Bulldogs have won 13 in a row at home at 29 of their last 30 here in the Knapp Center, trailed by 10. Brody finds Sturtz. Sturtz darts into the lane, fakes, fires, and it rolls out. His first miss of the night, but the offensive rebound is put back by Roman Penn.
And Garrett Sturtz giving this team what they need again, which is something going to the rim. Looks like Drake's switching to, thought it was a little bit of a zone look that time, but.
I did too. Darnell Brody there for the rebound. Roman Penn trying to get around Leons, but Leons with those long arms keeps him in front, so the Bulldogs have to set their offense. Brody backing down a much shorter Roberts to score. Again, the Bulldogs recognize the mismatch, and Brody takes advantage.
That's the difference that time. The difference, Darnell Brody, rather than shooting a 6 or 8 foot shot, going right to the rim with that one to be able to put it in. And here, yeah, Drake was supposed to be in zone on the last possession, didn't quite match up this time in a 2-3.
Next shot rolls in and out for Jason Kent. It's about a quarter of the way down the cylinder. It would go down. Penn at the other end draws a foul.
And boy, a great look for Kent. And Kent's a guy that 32% from 3 on the year, but has stepped up and made them in big spots. Had 3 in the game against SIU earlier. Excuse me, 4.
Terry Roberts gets his 3rd foul. Roman Penn will be at the free throw line for the Bulldogs when play resumes following a timeout. It's Bradley 51, Drake 45.
Doug.
And it's easy to customize your insurance at libertymutual.com, so you only pay for what you need. Isn't that right, Limu? 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 Sorry, one sec. Yeah. There he is.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
Bradley with a 51-45 lead over Drake. Bradley's held the lead for 21 minutes, 26 seconds. The Bulldogs lead a mere minute 47 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's indicative of the game, Larry. I mean, this Bradley team offensively has executed at a high level. 51 points already with 14.5 to go in this game, and they've defended Drake well. Drake shot 32% in the first half, at 57% so far in this second half, but just trying to keep pace with the Bradley Braves.
And again, Bradley has held opponents 14 times in 18 games to below their season shooting percentage. And the Braves are #1 in the country in three-point defense. The Bulldogs 5 of 13 against the Bradley defense from the three-point line. Roman Penn at the line for Drake, looking for double figures.
One of the things that helped keep Drake in the game in the first half, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Did a great job drawing fouls, getting a couple of 1-and-1s when the offense was sputtering a bit, and just 2 fouls called between these two teams here in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half.
Bradley's also done a good job at the line, but have been there just 7 times. And have hit all 7 of those. 4-point Bradley lead as they come up the court. Ball goes inside to Leons, and he does a beautiful reverse layup.
Great patience, great footwork, great awareness and understanding. And now Bradley's switching to a little bit of 2-3 zone. So both these coaches playing chess.
2 really good young coaches in the Valley. Brody, high post against Mass. Finds an open Murphy, and Murphy drains the 3-ball.
And that's the one that Coach Darren DeVries wants Tramel Murphy to shoot. The kick out, step in, knock down 3. A big bucket drawing the Bulldogs within 3.
Closest the Bulldogs have been here in the second half. Here's Roberts trying to split the double team and drawing a foul on Sturtz.
I mean, he's difficult to defend, Roberts, because he's so good with the basketball, as we'll see in the middle of that zone. Darnell Brody, an able and willing passer, finds the shooting pocket of Tramel Murphy, knocking that one down.
Masked out, Ari Boya comes on for Bradley. Boya with a 6-point first half, which equaled a season high for him. Lavanainen with the ball on top to Leons challenges Murphy and can't get it. The rebound grabbed by Darnell Brody. Had good position to get the rebound.
Yeah, good aggressiveness to go get that basketball for Darnell Brody.
Bulldogs moving it quickly. Wilkins for three. Hickman runs down the rebound.
And a nice box out for Connor Hickman as Tramel Murphy thought he was going to go get that one. Nice.
And deep to score. Again, using great strength, the freshman with a career best 15 points.
And just so solid. Connor Hickman earning the trust of his coach, the trust of his teammates. Really, really good on both ends.
Didn't start earlier in the year, but it started 9 in a row now for the Braves. Tramel Murphy leaves this three ball short. Brody collides with Howell going for the rebound. And they're going to rule it's a Bradley basketball out of bounds off Brody.
And watch Hickman. He gets the rebound in the box out on one side and getting pressured. Decides he's just going to go by Tramel Murphy, one of the better defenders in this conference, and a good finish with the left hand.
Big time move for the 6'3" guard. Mikey Howell now running the point for Bradley. He takes it into the paint, twists, fires with that left hand, and it bounces in.
And using his size, Mikey Howell getting pressured by Akinwole. Nice move, space out. Try the best way to beat pressure, going hard to the rim.
Akinwole on the floor for Drake now in place of Roman Penn. Garrett Sturtz on top. Just over 12 left to play in regulation. Brody takes it in traffic and gets a foul on Boya.
And now again, Darnell Brody going to the rim, right? Going right to the backboard rather than kind of fading away. We saw it in the first half. Much more effective to both draw fouls and get the opportunity to finish.
And exactly 12 left in regulation. We've got a timeout. Bradley with a 57-50 lead over the Drake Bulldogs in Missouri Valley Conference action from the Knapp Center.
Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it into thin, oversized New York-style slices. I mean, look at that crust. That is the perfect crust thickness no matter how you eat it. So you can fold it or not. But I ain't gonna lie though, I fold it. Get a New York-style pizza from Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Check it out.
It may not be music to your ears, but as long as it's music to theirs, bring the volume back to the venue with exclusive ticket access to unmissable events. One of the many reasons you're with Amex Platinum.
So I'm going too, right?
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I gave you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
Over Drake. Hoops in the Heartland is back in the Quad Cities for 2022. Join the Bulldogs in Moline March 10th through 13th for the Missouri Valley Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. Reserve your seat by visiting NBCQuadCities.com. Get your tickets tonight and experience Hoops in the Heartland. Well, we have a 27th final in the Missouri Valley Conference, and a 14th game not only was decided by 3 or less, but also decided in overtime.
Yeah, and a big win for Valparaiso. Valparaiso, a team that struggled to pick up victories, and a 3-point win over a hot Northern Iowa team, but reminder, no A.J. Green in this one.
Panthers have won 5 in a row, but Valparaiso comes in to snap that streak. Carter, though, a big night for UNI in a losing effort.
Yeah, 33 points. Kavion Taylor, 22 for Valparaiso.
And so this Valley race gets just tighter and more interesting night in and night out.
Yes, it does. And Bradley's done a good job here tonight. Every time Drake punches, Bradley is counter punching. We saw it with Connor Hickman going hard with his left hand in the finish. We saw Leon's, even though he's only got 5 points, the up and under, the silencer, and then also on the other end, Mikey Howell, as he's getting pressured, going hard to the rim, taking a nice open look. A lot of confidence in this Bradley Brave ball club in the second half.
Again, it's a team that had a big lead get away from them against Illinois State on Sunday night. No doubt trying to erase that memory. And there's a 3-ball from long range by Ville Tavanainen.
Yeah, Tavanainen's been pretty quiet. We only saw him take one open look in the first half. That time, knocking down an open 3, so dangerous from long range.
I know a point you made a moment ago is so true about tonight's game.
Yeah.
Every time the Bulldogs have made that move and had a punch, Bradley's had a good counter punch.
And for young teams, I mean, that's what you want to see. Sometimes that's what you struggle with, is knowing who to step up when, what shots to take. You start to get a little tight. On the other side of that, I mean, one of the master closers in this league is Roman Penn, understanding that it's time for him to be more aggressive. 11 minutes to go. They're going to need more points and playmaking from Roman Penn on the offensive side.
Penn and DeVries combining for 29 of the Bulldogs' 53 points. Kent on the miss and DeVries on the rebound. Sturts darts to the basket and is fouled on the way in.
And that transition, defense to offense, big time rebound, Tucker DeVries. Connor Hickman almost tracked that one down. The length of Tucker DeVries, grabs it though, and putting pace in transition. Garrett Sturts gets a mismatch, draws the foul on Boya.
Boya with his 3rd foul, 4 now called against Bradley in the half, just 1 called against Drake. DeVries takes the long inbound speed, guarded by Jason Kent.
And part of what Coach Darren DeVries has done is get Tucker DeVries in ISOs on those under basket out of bounds plays. Good job by Kent, not allowing anything easy.
Penn tries to get the ball inside to Darnell Brody, and it's picked off by Howell. The Bulldogs turn it over for the 8th time tonight. Bradley shooting a 55% clip for the ball game. Tavanainen working against Murphy. Shot clock is at 7. Here's Hickman giving it up for Kent. Kent fires and Kent gets fouled.
And Bradley being plenty patient on the offensive side, willing to work down that shot clock. Didn't look like there was a lot going, but Kent using his size, 6'7" on 6'7", gets clipped on his feet from Tucker DeVries. Tucker DeVries just saw the replay on the video monitor, didn't think there was a lot of contact, but a little bit of flail from Kent draws the foul.
His 2nd foul, DeVries' 2nd foul, Bulldogs' 2nd foul in the half. Jason Kent, the sophomore from Oak Forest, Illinois, who last year got 15 points against the Bulldogs in the regular season finale.
And one item to note is you see the subs coming in, Terry Roberts and Rink Mast. What's unique? Well, Bradley has sustained and built even more of an advantage with those two on the bench. I mean, your best ball handler, your best creator, and a guy who's probably played the best or all-around floor game outside of Connor Hickman and Rink Mast on the bench, getting some well-deserved rest. But
Great
Bradley
point.
able to sustain this advantage.
And we should mention Jashawn Henry out of the Bradley lineup tonight. He had missed some games because of a head injury suffered December the 18th, came back against Illinois State, re-suffered the head injury, and now he is out indefinitely. So bad news for the Braves from one of their veterans, and a really good one, Jashawn Henry.
Yeah, Jashawn Henry, really fun to watch. I love his toughness, his grit.
Murphy misfiring on the 3, and good rebound position for Jason Kent to snare the board.
A good look that time on the inside out. Again, Brody to Murphy. Murphy just unable to knock it down.
Kent loses it, falls at the feet of Brody. Penn leads the other direction and scores. Roman Penn on the breakaway.
And we saw almost that exact same sequence, Larry, in the first half. Roman Penn tried to draw the foul from Terry Roberts. Much better job going right to the rim to ensure the 2.
14 points for Roman Penn. For Bradley, it's Roberts getting inside to score. There was contact there with Penn. Roman, I think, thought there maybe would be a charge, not to be.
And I thought, honestly, Roman Penn probably thought he fouled Terry Roberts. The ball was up in the air a little. Drake fans wanted to travel, but that's the right call from the official. If there is not possession, can't be a travel.
As Tucker, DeVries tries to drive, he gets fouled by Kent.
And we'll take a look at it here. Watch as Terry Roberts, a lot of contact right. Oh, on the side, yeah, it was deflected by Tremel Murphy, so not a travel because of the deflection. Less contact on that view than it looked like from our angle, Larry, but good heady play for Terry Roberts, staying with it, going up to finish, not anticipating the whistle.
9-point Braves lead, 8:40 left to play. Their biggest lead tonight has been 10. It also occurred in the second half. Wilkins looking to trigger. Murphy, watched by Mast. Wilkins tries to get inside. Again, Bradley's defense has been very impressive tonight. And once again, the Bulldogs denied inside. Now the shot clock is at 5. Penn trying to get around Hickman.
Man, that is just a heck of a play by Roman Penn. Basketball on a string and just the little quick moves. Roman Penn, watch this, just going through the legs. And watch how low he gets. When you're an offensive player, you want, if you're trying to go by the defender, you want your shoulder to be below their hip. That's going to give you leverage. That's going to give you strength. Roman Penn does a good job there drawing the foul at the end of the shot clock.
DeVries missing. Sturtz trying to run down the rebound. He and Hickman contest for it, and it's Sturtz who knocks it out of bounds, so it'll be Bradley basketball. Right. Bradley with 16 fouls. Bulldogs in the bonus on the next, while Drake has committed just 2 fouls so far.
And again, Connor Hickman, not a play that's going to show up in the stat sheet. Right place, right time, good hustle for the freshman.
Career high 15 for him tonight. Has a couple of rebounds as well, and again, a big play there. Open underneath his Mast. The Bulldogs lost Rink Mast, and he made them pay for it.
And just a miscommunication between Tremel Murphy and Garrett Sturtz, uncharacteristic from 2 pretty heady players.
Bradley's with their biggest lead. DeVries on the miss, loose ball on the floor, and it's going to be a tie ball, and this time it will go to Bradley. Bradley basketball with 7:47 to play. The Braves trying to pull a win on the road, trying to win their 3rd in the Valley, just their 2nd road game of the year, and they lead by 11.
We love our new home. Lots of windows, great light.
But the birds.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Why are these birds so angry?
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
It's a gas card. Can always use gas.
Always.
But you have a...
Thank you.
Evolve your journey in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it into thin, oversized New York-style slices. I mean, look at that crust. That is the perfect crust thickness no matter how you eat it. So you can fold it or not. But I ain't gonna lie though, I fold it. Get a New York-style pizza from Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Great razors get borrowed. Right now, get a 6-blade razor set for only $10 in stores and online.
It's 66-55. Here comes a big stretch for both teams.
Yeah, with just under 8 minutes to go, this 11-point game. I mean, for Bradley, continuing to learn how to win. Drake doing their best, trying to get out in transition. This team, a senior-laden, or an experienced, I should say, ball club, doing everything they can to try to fight back, but this no give in this Bradley Brave ball club have continued to make timely buckets, timely stops to maintain this 11-point lead.
Mast and Hickman 15 points apiece to lead Bradley. DeVries with 17, Penn with 14 to lead Drake.
And now an opportunity for Drake to set up some full court pressure. A little bit of a diamond press here, zone press from Drake, trying to get a trap and a turnover.
Bradley hitting 55% of their shots to make it 57%, while the Bulldogs held a 36% shooting. The long miss, Mass scraps for the rebound, taken away from them though by DJ Wilkins. Garrett Sturtz in traffic, leaves it on the front iron. Sturtz with an offensive rebound once again. Tremel Murphy tries. And the ball's taken away by Leons.
And a lot of contact, especially for Garrett Sturtz going through the lane. Darren DeVries not happy with no whistle.
There was a lot of contact on the play. Howell hands it off.
Smart play by Bradley. Run a little shot clock here, run some offense, try to get a good look, calm down what seemed to be an emotionally heightened situation.
Mass against DeVries. Gives it up for Roberts. That's a great combination, those two. Roberts off the baseline. See, that's just something they do so very well. They complement each other so extremely well.
Yeah, complementary skill sets, and seem to continue to grow in their understanding of one another and what they like. And Terry Roberts at the end of a shot clock, so tough.
Sturtz on the miss, but he draws the foul. And Garrett Sturtz will go to the free throw line with 6:37 remaining.
And part of what you see out of Garrett Sturtz is just really understanding his team needs a bucket. He wants to deliver. And on the other end, I mean, Terry Roberts, he's been quiet in this second half. 13 points now overall, had 9 just a couple of minutes ago at halftime. But even though he's been quiet in the second half, he is a closer. He's the guy who's going to have the ball in his hands at the end of a shot clock and in the full court to help bring this Bradley team a big-time road victory here in the Knapp Center.
Boya back in for Bradley. Mast will leave. One more for Sturtz. Bulldogs shooting their free throws well tonight. Now 15 out of 17 from the free throw line. Bradley shooting them perfectly. They are 9 of 9 from the line.
And for Bradley on the offensive side, have to take care of it, get good shots at the end of the shot clock.
Howell with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Gets around the screen of Boya. Give it go to Boya to score.
And a heck of a find. Mikey Howell's been so great facilitating. Just brings a layer of experience and understanding spacing, understanding where to deliver the basketball.
DeVries sees an opening, or Sturtz sees an opening and takes advantage of it.
Boy, Garrett Sturtz is the offensive focal point for Drake. Another good job finding open space.
Again, Bradley moving the ball quickly into the offensive end. Here's Howell once again running the offense. Roberts off to his left, who's a scoring threat from every place on the court.
Good find.
Open look. Nothing but net for Pavanainen. And that is his second 3 in the half.
You wonder why coaches say they want point guards who can see the floor. Those last 2 possessions are great examples of winning plays from Mikey Howell, setting up his teammates for open looks.
Howell committing a foul, which will send Penn to the line. And the Bulldogs will be in the bonus, the final 5-16. But right now, Bradley owning their biggest lead of the night.
And a little bit of a bailout foul there, but we've seen great offense from Mikey Howell. The first time setting up Boya on the lob, creating through his screen and roll game a disadvantage for Drake's defense that time. The awareness and the understanding of how help rotates, kicking it over to the best shooter on this ball club, Tavanainen, calmly knocking that one down. 14-point lead for the Braves.
Drake has hit 1 of their last 6 shots, while the Braves have hit 5 of their last 6. And that's enabled Bradley to open their biggest lead. Only the Bulldogs' 3rd free throw missed, but it's a big one. Trying to atone for that is Penn, but he misfires on the three, and the Bulldogs are now just one of their last 7.
And that's a great look both for Roman Penn, and again, Garrett Sturtz doing everything he can to try to get his team back in this one.
Bradley trying to do something that is rarely accomplished of late on the Knapp Center floor, and that's win for a road team. The Bulldogs have won 13 in a row here and are 61-8 here since 2017-18. Shot clock at 0. Counts if it goes. It did not go. No, it would not have counted. Shot clock violation. Kelly Self, the out official, ruled that. So the Bulldogs defense gets a stop.
Good scramble defensively for Drake. Now 4.5 to go. A must-needed bucket on this possession. Down 14. Can't have empty trips for Drake pretty much the rest of the way.
And Rink Mast back onto the floor for Bradley. And what a factor he is anytime he's on the court. Bulldogs looking to get something going offensively. Here's Sturtz on a spin. Count it, and he will go to the line. Howell on the foul.
I mean, it's just been Garrett Sturtz finding a way, right? Finding a way, whether it's off dribble penetration, whether it's off offensive rebounding. Not the guy coming in as a walk-on that you expect to be the focal point of the offense, but it's been Garrett Sturtz in this second half, now up to 13 points for Drake.
It was Garrett Sturtz on Monday night in Southern Illinois. Same story. 16.7 rebounds and the game-winning free throws to give Drake a 1-point win. Sturtz pulls Drake back to within 11. Tavanainen with an open 3, and you cannot leave him open because that's exactly what he will do, time in and time out.
And you want your guys to play with confidence. Shades of Ali Farokmanesh on that 3 from Tavanainen, breaking pressure.
DeVries has a block by Leons and picked up by Mast. Bradley with their biggest lead by 14, just over 4 minutes left.
And the defense has been unrelenting for the Bradley Braves. Drake has had to earn everything on the offensive end.
Tavanainen works it over to Roberts. Roberts finds Leons. Leons, nice baseline feed to Mast. And a 3-second violation is called against Rink Mast.
Wow, a very unusual call. You don't see a lot of 3-second calls, Larry, in college basketball.
Boy, you really don't. That was a rare one, but give Drake the basketball. Bradley trying to post the upset, leading by 14.
You and me, partner. Center of town, high noon.
Nope. Daisy's got last one lessons at noon.
High 2 o'clock. That work?
I got a spur fitting at 2 o'clock. How's about 3?
We don't need any more overscheduling, but we could all use more ways to save.
What about Tuesday?
I would consider us a collective of designers.
Being able to work anywhere is important, especially now.
With Windows 11, we all do different things. Nias is doing illustration.
What's awesome is to be able to combine your fingers in the pen.
Ferdy is doing editing.
It's just so much faster for me to render these clips.
Carlos is doing animations.
You have the snap tools, and it's so responsive.
We've been working together from pretty much everywhere.
With Windows 11, we're just doing it better.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza. We're gonna watch this gem. Enjoy.
Fall in love with the Ghostbusters all over again when you watch the must-own event of the year with an hour of exclusive extras.
It's great, highly entertaining.
Ghostbusters Afterlife on Blu-ray Tuesday.
Left to play as Bradley tries for their 3rd Missouri Valley Conference win. 5 of the 6 games they have played in the Valley have been decided by single digits. Right now, though, they have a double-digit lead.
Yeah, and part of it is it's been the balance. It's been unrelenting defense and balance on the offensive side. 15 points for Rink Mast to go along with 7 rebounds. 13 for Terry Roberts, plus 5 assists and no turnovers to go along with his 7 rebounds. 15 for Hickman, now 11 for Tavanainen, a couple big-time threes. The Braves continue to step up time and time again.
Kavanainen knocking down a couple of key threes down the stretch for Bradley.
And timely shooting, timely scoring makes such a big difference, right? I mean, part of what we've seen with this Braves group, they'll get a big lead, and then that lead tends to just melt away. But this time in the second half, Bradley finding ways to continue to get stops and get big buckets on the offensive end.
DJ Wilkins buries a three for his first basket of the ball game.
And a great play drawn up out of that timeout. Coach Darren DeVries getting DJ Wilkins an open look.
Bradley, a young team. The question is, can this young team on the road be able to maintain a lead after losing a big one to Illinois State on Sunday night? But so far, they played with poise and have not committed significant mistakes. In fact, just 3 second-half turnovers after 10 in the first half.
That's a big number, Larry. That's a big number. 3 second-half turnovers. This team, this Bradley team, has continued to get good looks on the offensive end, shooting 62% from the floor here in this second half, plus low turnovers. That's a winning formula.
And there is a...
Yeah, it looks like they got DJ Wilkins with a hold as Terry Roberts was looking to get the inbound pass cut into the rim.
Bulldogs do have fouls to give, though that only their third in the half.
Yeah, and if I'm Coach Darren DeVries, I'm telling my team, be aggressive. Go try to steal the basketball. It's okay to commit a foul. You don't want to be this far away from the bonus in case you need to get to those quick fouls at the end.
Kavanainen comes off the screen of Mast. Bradley in no hurry to put the ball up now. Shot clock is at 12, game clock at 3 minutes. Shot clock at 8. Kavanainen finds Roberts.
Nice.
Roberts finds Mast. Mast in the lane to score.
Man, great patience on the interior for Mast. And again, the two-man game between Roberts and Mast succeeding again for the Braves.
That has been a great combo all night long as Wilkins now heating up, hitting his second straight basket. Bulldogs again put on the pressure. They want to speed up the Braves as we come to 2:30. Long pass, an ill-advised pass way over the head of Hickman, and the Bulldogs get it on the turnover. We talked about turnovers and how Brian Wardle's team has limited them. That was a costly one.
And that's why you pressure, right? I mean, what you're trying to do is put the offense in uncomfortable positions. Terry Roberts has been so good. His first turnover of the ball game that time, but at a big moment for Drake.
Wilkins has been hot, hit 2 in a row, now 3 in a row. Couple of threes and a 2, 8 points in a flurry here for DJ Wilkins. Now Roberts trying to come out of the backcourt, and he gets fouled by Akinwole.
And again, still fouls to give. Brian Wardle, incensed on the sideline, was trying to call timeout, couldn't get an official to see him running on the floor. As Drake trying to rally. DJ Wilkins knocking down this one in the paint, smooth fadeaway. He's been quiet in this one, but back-to-back threes and a little fadeaway in the lane to bringing Drake within 8.
So yes, he scored the last 8 points after not scoring a basket prior to that. Bulldogs have to travel to Northern Iowa for their next outing on Saturday night, while it will be Bradley at home on Saturday against Southern Illinois.
And it looks like the officials trying to figure out, was the foul called first or was the timeout called first? And trying to figure out the shot clock situation. So changing the shot clock to 30 tells me they probably called the foul first and then a follow-up timeout for Coach Brian Wardle. Now both teams, 2 remaining.
John Higgins, Kelly Self, and Rick Crawford, a veteran and well-respected crew working the game tonight. Bulldogs come onto the floor with Sturtz, Murphy, Wilkins, Akinwole, and DeVries. And Bradley will counter with Kent, Hickman, Mast, Roberts. Kavanainen. He was the guy screened out by...
He was hiding.
Yeah, hiding behind DeVries, couldn't find him.
And look for Drake running a little bit of pressure, trying to trap in the half court, speeding up Bradley. And good job breaking pressure that time for the Braves.
Roberts and Mast look for that 2-man game, not this time. Instead, it is Hickman flipping it to Kavanainen. Still 10 seconds on the Bradley shot clock. Hickman down the lane and gets fouled. Akinwole committing the foul. But again, still fouls to give.
And Connor Hickman, a little bit off balance there, delivered it to Terry Roberts. Terry Roberts knocked down that three in the corner, but again, good strength from the Bradley Braves, maintaining the possession. 5
team fouls now against Drake. Mass with the inbound speed and trying to take it away from him, DeVries.
And now the next one, that's 16 fouls. So the next one puts Bradley in the 1-1. The only downside to the foul earlier in the possession, the shot clock resets to 20. It allows Bradley to salt away a little bit more time in this possession.
Tavanainen to inbound, but DeVries trying to harass him. Wilkins playing a tight defense on Tavanainen. Here's Roberts starting to penetrate, now pulling up, giving up his dribble with 6 seconds to shoot. Here comes Kent. Now, Roberts seemed to have lost it. He somehow ran it down, put it back up, and got fouled.
And boy, Jason Kent got away with a walk on the catch, stepping with his right, didn't put the ball down before his left foot lifted. No call by the official. But watch this, yep, just that one extra step. Man, a big call in an 8-point game. But I like what Terry Roberts does, right? Go right to the rim, go through the contact. Don't shy away from it. Don't get a floater from 12 feet. Go to the rim, get yourself to the free throw line.
Roberts, 3-time newcomer of the week in the Valley, including this past week. Looking for his 14th point, trying to give his team a lead of 9. Tavanainen out of the lineup for Bradley. And Roberts sinks the free throw. It's Bradley by 9 with 1:29 to play.
And no Roman Penn on the floor. I'm assuming his foot's bothering him a little bit, leaving Akinwole in.
DeVries off the top of the backboard. The rebound by Roberts, and he gets fouled immediately by Murphy, and Roberts will go to the line with 1:18 to play.
And big time rebound, Terry Roberts. Not a bad look for Tucker DeVries. Just rushed it a little in the corner. But a big time rebound by Terry Roberts, going to grab it in the crowd.
Terry Roberts averages 15 points. That's where he is right now. Got 22 the other night against Illinois State, and he sinks the free throw.
And man, how about the way Bradley has played in this second half? Up 5 at halftime, and just defense that was suffocating Drake, and that has not stopped. The second half, Bradley's made timely buckets and continued to make every possession difficult for the Bulldogs.
Again, defensively, they have been so outstanding. We mentioned that coming into the game, have held 14 of 18 opponents below their season shooting percentage.
Yeah.
That's the story once again tonight, as Drake is below 40%.
Yeah, and there was that 32% number in the first half. Drake found a way to stay in this one, but Bradley's continued to build on that edge. How about 81 points in this ball game so far? Still a minute to go for Bradley, and one of the tougher places to play in the league.
Well, 70 has been a magic number for the Braves this year. When they score 70 or more, they are 8-1. And right now they are at 81 and a 10-point lead. And the basketball. Roberts around Murphy. Murphy reaches out, trying to grab him, and finally caught him. And Roberts will go to the free throw line. Roberts out of Florida Southwestern State College, and certainly that's been the home of a lot of Bulldogs like Tremel Murphy, who you see there. His brother Anthony, DJ Wilkins went there. Tank Hemphill went there, but of course transferred to Drake from Green Bay. He's not in action tonight, missing his 3rd ball game in a row with a foot injury.
And that time on the rebound, unable to knock down the free throw is Roberts, but good hustle by Rink Mass. I think that's going to end up being Bradley Braves basketball. Surprised Tucker DeVries didn't decide to grab it as he was going looking for that basketball.
There's Tank Hemphill in the middle of that group, as he would be a key factor were he healthy, but he hasn't really been healthy all year. Last year had such a terrific year for the Bulldogs and was named newcomer of the year in the Valley. But this year, a different story.
Yeah, and showed his toughness, right? Missed a few games, closing down between Roman Penn, out a few games. Tank Hemphill out towards the end of the season, came back for the NCAA tournament. Valiant effort, but you said it, Larry, never quite right, not quite healthy. And He's a guy that the Bulldog faithful would love to see back in uniform through the home stretch of this Valley season.
And we mentioned it before, but worth repeating, especially for the Bradley people looking in tonight, is Deshaun Henry, again out indefinitely, having suffered a head injury a second time.
Yeah, Deshaun Henry is a guy that, you know, just brings so much experience and toughness to this team. Here's taking a look at what we saw. Rink Mask and Tremel Murphy, hard to see. The ruling on the floor was Drake basketball off a mast. Now, hard to tell from that angle that they could overturn it.
So Bradley putting 81 points on the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs who've won 7 of their last 8. And again, this is a Drake team that has won 29 of their last 30 home games and 13 in a row. That really underscores the significance of the Bradley likely victory here tonight.
Yeah, and it is going to be Drake basketball here, so inconclusive on the video monitor. It also gave a free timeout for Darren DeVries to draw up a set for his group.
Wilkins has had the hot hand and hit 3 in a row. DeVries has that one wrestled away from him by Roberts. Divine, I knew I struggled with that one time tonight. Picks it up for Bradley, and Bradley gets a timeout. As Tavon Ninen grabbed the ball, and Bradley's got a player down.
Yeah, and Terry Roberts going down hard. Looks like he got clipped in his midsection.
Midsection there,
Larry.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think, and you know, great plays down the stretch, Terry Roberts. I mean, just bringing the leadership. It was the defensive rebound a couple possessions ago, and then on this possession, deflecting it away from Tucker DeVries to get the possession back for Bradley. And you can see a little bit of contact there as Tavanainen makes the catch, and Brian Wardle calls his second to last timeout.
A knee going to an unfortunate spot for Terry Roberts.
And now fortunate to have a 10-point cushion for the Braves here. Not having Terry Roberts on the floor. Roberts is one of the guys that's hard to stay in front of and is a great receiver for Bradley on inbounds passes. So look for Mikey Howell to be more active, and it might send Mikey Howell to the free throw line. Also expect the player of the game, in my estimation, Connor Hickman has played a fantastic floor game. Look for him to get more involved as well.
Of a 9 into inbound. And using that timeout because the Bulldogs had it well defended.
Yeah, and the first thing that Brian Wardle said when he looked at Rink Mast and he looked at Malavi Leons is he said, guys, we got to screen. You got to screen somebody. There's 40 seconds left in this game. We can't just go through the motions. You got to put body contact on the defender to be able to get this ball inbounds.
Bradley 2-4 in the Valley coming into play tonight. The Bulldogs 4-1. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at our play of the game.
One for Drake. I mean, Garrett Sturtz did so many great things on the offensive side. They're getting a rebound, unable for Tucker DeVries to knock down the first one. But this at the end of the first half, Drake was down 9 at this point. This 4-point play with 15 seconds to go brought Drake within 5. A huge momentum shift as the Braves pretty much dominated that first half, and was curious to see if this would also change a little bit of the mojo going into the second half. But this Braves ball club, give him a lot of credit. Coach Brian Wardle helping his team learn from miscues earlier in the season. Great toughness, great headiness, and big time plays down the stretch for Bradley to get this margin up to 10.
Bulldogs were looking for their fourth consecutive victory. But Bradley has the upper hand in this one, a 10-point lead, 44.7 to play, and the basketball.
And Terry Roberts back on the floor.
Glad to see that. And he will go to the free throw line. Akinwole chasing him down. Terry Roberts, who as a freshman leads all newcomers actually in the Valley in points, assists, and steals, and he's done a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, and 3-time newcomer of the week in the conference, and a guy that is definitely making a play for newcomer of the year, especially as the Braves can continue to stack up a few victories.
Roberts knocks down both free throws, and the Braves are most likely going to pull a big-time win tonight, a Valley Road win, and they never come easy, especially at a place like Drake, which has one of the best home court advantages in the conference. Now, Darren DeVries' squad is at a tough night, and especially a tough second half.
Yeah, and again, Bradley's defense. Bradley's defense has been great in the full court, in the half court, just really made life difficult for the Bulldog offense. Coach Brian Wardle, a lot to take away. Trust in the process, getting his guys to buy in. This group continues to battle, continues to fight.
10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Brian Wardle saying, let's just take it easy. Team leads by 12. They may even take a shot clock violation here. And it looks like that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, that was always one of the battles for who's going to get the turnover. Who do you want to give the basketball to make sure that they get the turnover in the stat sheet? Unselfish play, Mikey Howell taking that one for the team.
Absolutely. So a tough night for the Drake Bulldogs. They will lose their 6th this season. Again, they came in having won 7 of the last 8. The Braves coming off a devastating loss against Illinois State, where they had a 20-point lead and saw the Redbirds post the 8th biggest comeback in Valley history. So a lot of character tonight for Brian Wardle's team as Bradley comes up with a victory.
Yeah, and Brian Wardle, a lot to be happy about. He saw balance, he saw effort, and they showed the maturity and ability to close. Big-time road win for the Bradley Braves.
So let's take a look now at our player of the game for the Bulldogs. Garrett Sturtz did all he could in this effort.
That's a great way to put it. I mean, he did all he could. This was early in the game. Garrett Sturtz, Drake's struggling to score. What does he do? Back-to-back buckets, an and one opportunity on similar moves. The pump fakes here, showing off his patience. He got offensive rebounds here in the second half as Drake's reeling, trying to pick up his group. Garrett Sturtz continues to get better and make big plays for his ball club.
So the Drake Bulldogs with a tough night, and again, Bradley defense. If I think back on this game and I look at Drake's final shooting percentage, which is below 40, I think that says a lot of it right there.
It really does. And for Coach Darren DeVries, he's going to go back to the locker room and think, guys, we have to get better offensively. Yes, there's some toughness plays. There were a few times on the defensive side, need extra checkouts, need to be strong with the basketball. But executing at a high level on the offensive end is something we've seen this team do in the past. Has to continue to get better here as Valley play continues. Scouting is really good. Coaching is really good. Makes it that much harder.
And the Braves 3-4, but again, awfully close to being, say, 4-3. You know, they could be easily 5-2.
Listen, you look at the talent on this team. Good size, good balance, ability to space the floor and shoot the basketball. Just haven't shown an ability to win. Well, you win on the road in the Knapp Center, the preseason #1 team in the conference. Now you're showcasing that ability to win. Coach Brian Ward, a lot to look forward to the rest of this season, but also future bright in Peoria.
So in a conference where double-digit wins are rare and road double-digit wins are really rare, Bradley pulls it off tonight.
Yeah, just overall complete team effort, great balance. I'll say it again, great defense, unrelenting for the Bradley Braves, have a recipe to be very disruptive in the Missouri Valley.
So that's the story tonight from the Knapp Center in Des Moines, where Bradley comes up with an 83-71 victory over the Drake Bulldogs. Our next telecast of Drake basketball on MC22 will be a women's matchup between Loyola and Drake. That game will come up on February the 6th at 2 in the afternoon. Again, it's a Bradley victory tonight, 83-71 over the Bulldogs. This presentation of Drake basketball on MC22 is a production of Mediacom in Des Moines. MC22 is your award-winning local sports programming leader.